Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us yet again. Welcome back to Labrish Live. This is where we talk, discuss, poke fun at our favorite reality TV shows from, of course, a Black perspective. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Sade from the South, and I'm here with...
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy.
And yeah, we're here to bring you another, hopefully insightful and exciting show.
Yes, a lot happened in TV.
A lot has happened, honestly. At the moment, we are currently watching I'm a Celebrity, Calculated Couples when it comes out, Judge Will. We are looking at Real Housewives of Potomac. I think it's season 8, and I'm a Celebrity Australia. No, not I'm a Celebrity Australia. Love Island Australia. So yeah, so we got a lot to be doing. We're committed to a lot, but it seems like you guys like this, so we're going to continue as long as you like it. But guys, before we get started, make sure you put that like button, get those likes in. You guys have been doing so well recently. Love you for that. Leave comments as well, getting some juicy, very juicy comments. Get involved in the conversation, and share. And of course, subscribe to all of our channels. Your Aunties Could Never, Nana Evans Com, and Hey, it's Sade Salami. Okay, that's all my long, big intro.
Hey, Alicia. Alicia's joined the chat. Hey. Everybody, like this, please, because I'm getting messages on the side from people wanting to talk about Nella, and it's like, join us in the live then, isn't it?
Okay, cool.
In the chat, and then we can discuss Nella.
We can discuss. We can discuss. So yeah, I guess we're gonna start with I'm a Celebrity.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in the show, man. Seriously. First of all, sorry, I know we keep saying this, but I love Ant and Dec so much. I hope they don't have scandals. I really do, because I really like them. Like, do you know what I mean?
Had their hopefully it's like, hang on.
I know he had a cheating scandal, and
Dec had that, and then Ant had drinking, and he was addicted to pills,
but not like beating up women or do you know what I mean, or racism. Like, I don't want to hear any of that misogyny, racism. Like, I don't want to hear it. Like, seriously, because I like
what I do know is they're in a lot of different productions, and if any scandal came along, it would affect so many people. I think it would be swept under the carpet. So with all of these people to be so powerful and to be around for so long, I still have a question mark behind everybody.
Oh man, I really just don't want it for them.
They're funny. They're funny.
They're hilarious. My guy said, what did he say when he fainted? They were I can't remember what they were talking about. And he was just like, oh no, they were talking about Nigel Farage saying, oh, if you do a challenge, you get 25% more airtime. And then they were talking about, who's the shorter one? Is it Ant? And only gets 15% because he's smaller. and then
which one is it? I never remember. No, Dec.
I never remember.
One, I think.
Now I thought Dec was a fool because he was just like, well, you got 60% forehead.
Yeah, that's Ant. Ant does have a huge forehead though. His forehead is big.
I was cracking up, seriously. I love them kind of jokes. But I like the fact that they can banter with each other, and it's just fun and lighthearted and not too serious. Cool. So we started off the episode with the what do you call it? There was a rat in the kitchen. There was a rat gnawing at the rubbish bag and everything like that, which sent Nigel into
Sergeant Major mode.
He was upset. He was upset. This is not going to happen again. Fucking hell, bruv. Like, okay, you can say it, but like, really went in on people, Like, he was so annoyed. I'm going to have to be on rubbish duty. Okay.
And that's fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
As long as he's not a chatter and he's a doer, okay. Like, as long as you're going to step up, you're going to take the rubbish out, you're going to make sure the kitchen is clean.
Yeah.
Cool. But that was I can't have a rat running. No.
just running around in the cat. It's crazy. I could never do this. I like every episode I watch, I'm just like, could never be me. Could never, ever be me. Yeah, Josie. I didn't realize she was from Big Brother. You know, I did not realize that. I really didn't connect the dots.
Oh shit! She was like my favorite in her year when she was on it. She was jokes, like standardly being funny and really down to earth chick. Like, so I'm glad now she's like getting, you know, she's a staple with This Morning, because I think she deserves it as well. Same as Alison. But now she's from maybe like Big Brother 4 or something. Early days.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. All right. So long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so she was talking about Jamie Lynn's emancipation, but she was like emasturbation.
I was creasing.
But you're on national television, babe.
Yeah. But she's still from Bristol.
Seriously. Oh my god. Yeah, they were making up some songs. I don't know why they had a Caribbean twang to them. I don't get it. They're in Australia.
It's Marvin. What we do know is that I don't think Marvin is the songwriter for JLS.
100%.
That was weak.
100%. What is it? It was rice and beans. Something about all you can eat.
We eat rice and beans and something about. And then we
don't forget to boil your water.
Yeah,
your water. No,
it was water. Water.
Did not like that at all. For it was live. Wild. To be honest. The girls or the women fantasizing over Marvin's body. I guess like.
I was surprised as well. Actually, I didn't think he was like cut at all. Like I was quite surprised at that. Yeah, definitely.
No, I don't know why I wasn't surprised. I thought that was like known. Why? Really? Maybe I've seen something recently. I don't know. Okay. But like, yeah. No, I wasn't surprised at all. Because they just done their tour, innit? So they have to be fit.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. Yeah. So
he was always
getting buff.
Yeah, he was always like, you know, showing body and stuff. But then you know what is though as well though, because also like it's the cringe element to it that I don't like as well, because you know, like in boy bands where they pull up the t-shirt.
Yes, most definitely.
I don't like it.
It's all cringy. It's very cringy. I did like Nella's little ad-libs though. I feel like, although she said she can't rap, I swear she probably could. I think she's got a couple of bars in her, definitely.
Yeah, probably. So Nella was opening up, actually. She was opening up to, I think, Grace, and she was saying that, she really wanted to do this because she starts something and she never finishes it. And, she did want to leave before, but, she was just like, just if Jamie Lynn, she just didn't want to be the first to leave. That was it, kind of thing. And she was talking about, over the years, her lack of self-discipline, how that kind of like happened around when her father passed and lockdown and her being locked in the house. She used to, I think she lost a ton of weight and then, put it all back on again. And stuff, and hasn't been able to kind of like get a manage on that. And so what she wants from the process is to kind of like develop this self-discipline again, get that back on that horse, and then also like open her mind and give men a chance as well, because I'm guessing that she hasn't been dating for a while, kind of thing. So it was nice, like little conversation to kind of get into like her mindset, where she is at the moment and stuff.
I appreciated that. I thought that and Grace giving her a lot of space to actually like filter through it, and also telling her like this could change you, like being away from your standard life, this could be the making of you. And I feel that if she's given enough time, I think we're really going to see some growth with her. I actually think she really needs this time away from socials, from life, from her phone, from what's comfortable, to really come out of her comfort zone. I hope she's given enough time to actually like get into that and develop herself. But I think she's really good in the jungle. I'm a fan of hers. I think this will be a great one for her. And it was nice to hear her go through actually and having that self-awareness that there is the lack of discipline. And definitely I watch her online and she is inconsistent compared to the others. Like that is a thing of hers. Like she will come on, disappear. Like so I'm glad she knows that for herself as well, because she's got bare talent.
Yeah, she does. She does. Yeah, they've nicknamed Jamie Lynn as JLS, which I thought was quite funny. And, you know, I think she was crying, first of all, in the episode, and she was like saying that she's not made for this. She told the people to get her bags ready for after the trial. Do you know what I mean? Like, because she's ready to go, you know, and I just thought at that point, I was just like, this is starting to seem like you're laying it on really thick. Yeah. And I think like this is a bit of I'm not believing it. I feel like this is a ploy. I feel like you're playing with us a little bit. Yep. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think.
Definitely screen time. Definitely screen time. She knew, now I don't believe her tears at all. I think she's an actress. When she told us she's an actress, maybe we should have believed her. She's an actress. Acting, man.
Yeah. And I think she got some encouragement from Sam and a few other people saying like, oh, you know, who's she walking with? She was walking with Danielle and Josie, right? To the place. And they was like, oh, you're so much stronger than what people think you are. And then she was just like, oh, people think I'm weak.
Yeah, did you see it?
I was just like, you let that slip. JLS, you let that slip. So yeah, that was interesting. I was just like, nah, I don't believe you. Seriously. I think she's a bit of an inauthentic person. However, she did do the Bush Tucker trial, which was the climb of death or something. I don't know what it was called, but it was like this climbing frame thing. It was in the air and it had different levels, like 6 different levels, and the highest level was 100 feet in the air. And like she had to go through each level, like literally balance and like just put her hand in these boxes where there was bugs and she had to collect stars. Yes. It was awful. It was just I can't think of a worse thing to do, to be honest.
Honestly, I'm scared of heights anyway, and I can't even go over bridges properly. Looking at that, flyovers, I'm gonna be in the center, and I gotta stay forward. If I look over, I feel like I'm gonna jump over. I don't know why. So yeah, I couldn't do that. I would look at it and say to them, I can't actually physically do this. I know I can't. Like, it's go wrong. I don't know how she did it. And I thought how she did it that's her. That steely way that she went through every single round, put her hand in, could touch a scorpion, could touch spiders. She's been lying to us.
Yeah, I think so. She had great balance. She had time left. She collected all of those stars. 10 stars. 10 stars. Easily. She had time left over. So I'm just like, okay, she's playing a bit of a game. She's much better than, and I think maybe she's used to that. So she's playing it like, oh, you know, people underestimate me because of who I am. Do you know what I mean? So get it. But she done bloody well. She really done. She done well. She done well for the camp, which was great.
Says, but she did really well, but I think it was easier than Nella's.
You know what it is?
Perspective. I think it was bloody hard.
I think it was hard, but it depends on what your fears are, right? Do you know what I mean? Because our heights are fear for her. I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? Because Marvin is scared of heights. If he done that, then it would be much more of a challenge, right? Do you know what I mean? Like to him. So it's like in relation. I don't know what her fears are. I don't know if she has any in that kind of sense. Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
She shouldn't be scared of any of the critters and like anything. Actually, maybe it would be the food thing that she would struggle on more, but I'm not believing it. I don't believe her.
Yeah.
Shayla says when she came back and fake cried, that's when I side-eyed her. She's an actress.
Yeah.
Precisely. Yeah.
100%. 100%. So there before they came back, there was a conversation that Nigel was having. I can't remember who was talking about, the best MPs that have ever been in the UK in his lifetime. And he was like Thatcher and Blair, who couldn't actually be, in terms of what people think, couldn't be more opposite, to be honest. Yeah, and he was like, oh, and then someone asked him, would you run? He was like, I don't know. I was just like, I've heard this before. Yes. This is Boris all over again. Like, do you know what I mean? Oh, no, I would never. Oh, I don't know. All that kind of stuff. And then he said, he said, maybe I will become the next leader of the Tory party. And I was just like,
and I wouldn't put it past them.
I was just like, oh my God, this is just like, my fears are becoming realized, because this is just a propaganda step, really and truly, to get as maximum, like, get into people's minds, get in front of minds of people, and to him to be considered for that. And before you know it, he'll be running the country. Seriously.
It could happen. It could happen.
And we're letting it happen, basically. As in the UK, you're letting it happen. ITV's got a lot to answer for if this works out for him. I would not be.
It probably will. You know, it probably will. It's all a part of the same thing as well. It's all a part of the same machine. Even if he doesn't become prime minister, I could see him rejoining the Conservative Party and actually getting a proper prominent seat. Definitely that could take place. I wouldn't be surprised.
She. We're all being used, basically. And so Jamie Lynn comes back, she does a little actress thing, and then Nigel did do something that we've talked about on our main show, is he fucking kissed her with his lips on her cheek, and it was the most yucky, disgusting. You never need to do that, you know? You don't need to do that.
Have you even brushed your teeth this whole week?
Do you know what I mean?
No, I was literally like, everybody else is just giving little hugs, air kisses.
Yeah, and he made her
touch her cheek with your dirty lips.
Your dirty lips. Your dirty Brexit lips.
No, I was like, that's so gross. I'm sure she was grossed out herself. That was nasty.
I don't know. She was chatting to him later, so I don't know. But that was just cringy to me. I didn't like that at all. And Josie, I find she's way too excited for Jamie Lynn, you know. And I'm just like, this girl is going to play you, Josie. She's going to play you like a freaking fiddle. She's so excited for her. But yeah, and then we went on to Nella and Nigel, right? Yep. So from
yep.
They started having a bit of a conversation. She was just like, okay, you're here. Like, I think they were talking about him, and then he kind of walked in, but then they cut to a different scene as well. So it was just like, there's two different things going on. I don't know if these conversations happened at the same time, because it was in different locations. But yeah, basically Nella was saying that he's wrong and strong, like, and then she was just like, if there's nothing wrong with you, why don't black people like you? And he was like, oh, they do like me in South London, which I take personal offense to. Personal offense. Because
he lives in South.
I'm from South London, yeah. I like you. Serious. You're not talking about me. Like, serious. So anyway, he's talking. He's trying to talk. He's just like, you know, do you think there's an immigration problem in the country? She's like, no, I don't think there's an immigration problem, because what you're doing is against me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you're against me. You're actually, what you stand for is against me. And he was just like, and she was just like, you know, you want us gone. And he just keeps on saying, oh, you're not listening. He was trying to get a word in edgeways, and he couldn't get a word in edgeways. And she was just like, oh, you know, this is, you know, what you're proposing is like a scary place. Like, it's a scary place for me. Like, we can agree to disagree, but like, do you know what I mean? It's a scary place. And Danielle done that very typical kind of, oh, I'm glad we're able to get here. Like, do you know what I mean? So it's just like,
you know what? I hated that whole discussion. I hated that Nella was in there. And it was a discussion that needed to happen because she is an immigrant. They needed to have their talk, but I needed more growth from Nella. And I needed her, when Daniela wanted to jump in and ask him questions, to shut up and let that take place. Like, really just hold back. Let the two white people have a conversation and not hold court like she was when just the day before you'd already had something with Fred. I really wanted her to just be like, please play this a little bit better. Like, remember, all eyes are on you. Remember that you are an immigrant. Remember that you are a Black woman, and just dial it back a little bit. Her over talking him was just, I was like, oh my God, no. This is not how you do it. You can do that in life, but not on ITV. It's infuriating just seeing how it's being blown up, and bare people again being like, I can't believe I actually like Nigel Farage. And it's like, oh my God, this is what they do. They get us every time. It's
I don't think she could have won. I don't think she could have won in that scenario, because it's just like, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't, right? So she she's literally an immigrant. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not even in the position she's in, right? Do you know what I mean? We're born here, so we're completely different. So it's like, not completely, but do you know what I mean? There's a kind of separation there. But like, so it's just like, what you're saying does personally affect her. Again, like, these are deep, very strong, very kind of like personal emotions that she's dealing with. So I just go back to like, she's 26, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's gonna behave as a 26-year-old, which is kind of more mature than some 26-year-olds, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? And like,
it wasn't like she was chatting shit.
And she's bold enough to even confront him in the first place and to even have that conversation, because there's other people in that camp that are not having these conversations. Do you know what I mean? They might not agree with Nigel, but they wouldn't, do you know what I mean? Like, even address it, because it's too tricky, it's too difficult kind of thing. And also as well, I'm not completely mad at him not having an opportunity to spread his propaganda. Like, I'm not completely mad at that. I'm not completely mad at like him normalizing, justifying, like, do you know what I mean? That kind of thing, trying to coerce people, because that's exactly what he wants to do. That's why he's on the show. He wants those moments. So he was getting frustrating because he's like, oh, this is a moment for me to kind of like campaign. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's just like,
that was frustrating him. I think he was playing her. He just,
I mean, I think
he's too strategic. Like, and this is what, like, so many politicians do it. They act like, oh my God, I was being bamboozled, because they know most normal people.
Oh no, not bamboozled.
No. Like that kind of like, oh no, people won't let me talk, especially white England. Always like, I'm not even allowed to say anything now. I can't even express myself. And it was a perfect scene for bare people to be like, this is what I'm talking about. You can't even talk.
Yeah.
And that's the playing on it. I mean, even
you can play it both sides. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you can't win. You just can't win. Having a conversation with him can't win. So this is why I hold ITV responsible for putting him in there in the first place. Like, someone like that shouldn't be in there in the first place. Do you see what I mean? So it's just like, nah, I can't. I just can't even. And also as well, I just wish audiences would not just play into, especially from our community, into this. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it was just, and this is what I'm saying, like, even the thing with Fred, ITV, they know what they're doing. They didn't even have to air that, you know, thinking about it. They didn't even have to air the conflict that she had with Fred, because what that did was set up this for today. So Nella gets more hate, so that she's now a distraction. And then people think, oh, I wanted to hear what Nigel had to say. I wanted to hear that. Black people saying they wanted to hear what Nigel wanted to say. Are you okay?
That's literally, that's the plan. And
no,
I'm still not on the side of like, Black people shouldn't be a part of reality TV.
No.
I don't go that far either. I think we should, but I think if we're going to jump in the ring with them, like, you have to know the rules of the game, and you have to try and play it better than how she's playing it. So she knows.
I don't want to put that kind of pressure on her. Unfortunately, I don't want to. I don't know if it's her. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think like she is talking to him because this personally affects her. Do you know what I mean? So like, I just don't. I want to give her the space to be like, no, but no, I don't know if it's. I don't want to label her with that, because it's like she's unintelligent. It's not that. She's just like.
No, I'm not calling her that. I'm not calling her unintelligent. I'm saying you have to be more equipped for ITV.
Not everybody is.
That you're on when you've taken this responsibility, because you are the only Black woman in there. She literally is. So this isn't new. She's been in this game for a while as well. You know, you can't talk on everything all at once. We all know this, and I'm sure any of her team would have said this to her. Even when the camera panned away, she was saying to Daniela, "I've spoken a lot today." You know, when you've just like, oh shit, I'm flipping stepped into it. But she had Daniela there, and it's like, actually, you could have leaned on her, because she was trying to jump in. She was trying to jump in and ask him questions, and it just needed a little bit more like insight to be like, I should probably stop now because this girl's trying to back me. And she could be.
Well, I don't know. Like, let's see what Daniela's about, because I don't know if I don't know, because I don't necessarily have faith that was going to be necessarily the case, because I think like sometimes what white people do, as we know, is just try and dampen the situation, turn it down, tone it down. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not like the only person that I've seen that's challenged Nigel so far is Fred. Like, I haven't seen anybody else. Like, everybody else is their comments like, oh, it's Nigel. Like, it's weird being in the camp with him, but not challenging him. Like,
she definitely had like 2 questions for him, and Nella carried on talking.
But I don't know what those questions are.
Ask her, like, she literally was like, okay, Nigel, so you say this, and then Nella carried on talking. Then Nigel came back in, responded to Nella, and she was like, no, because you keep on saying this, and she just wasn't able to jump in to the chat as well.
But then also as well, isn't Nigel just playing that whole situation, because he could have stopped talking to Nella and just spoke to Danielle? Do you know what I mean? Like, he didn't do that either. Do you know what I mean? So I can't put it all on Nella.
He knew the optics of what was going on, but that's why I guess this is the thing of, it is age and it is a bit of wisdom, but even still, Charlene fell into it with Matt Hancock as well. And then she became the villain when she was questioning him. Same type of thing. It's like they know what they're doing, especially when it's a political person in there that has done some shaggery to Black and marginalized folks. They know that the Black person's going to come in and say something, and they know how that plays out with the ITV crowd. And it is just trying to kind of play it a little bit smarter. That's the only thing with Nella. I was like, oh, flip's sake.
What should she have done?
I don't even think she should have been having the conversation at that moment in time. Not the conversation needs to happen, but definitely not after you've had beef with Fred.
But when she has the conversation, how should she?
She has to be calm with it, say her points out. If somebody wants to jump in, listen more and don't overtalk. That's just it. That's just the rule of engagement with these guys. If you really want to have a conversation with them properly, you can't override it, because that's what Britain always says everybody does. Like, you're not allowing him to talk. It's like,
I don't think it wins. I don't think it works. I don't think that works either. Do you know what I mean? Because they just get a platform. They just get a platform anyway. Yeah, do you know what I mean? But I mean, it's just enforced. The thing about these things is that it's not about the people that currently support. What they're trying to go after is people on the cusp. Do you know what I mean? So the more time that you give them to speak and say what they're saying and normalize it, that's exactly what it is. So you can't win either way. So it doesn't matter when she says it, how she says it, whatever. It's just she can't win either way, because there's gonna always be an argument. Do you know what I mean? Like, saying that she should have done this, she should have done that. Do you know what I mean? There's always going to be an argument for that, because they've got a way to spin everything. They've got a way to spin everything.
It's not on him. It's not on Nigel. Nigel has his agenda, and white people.
No. I didn't say it was on him. I'm saying for her, she can't win. She can't win.
So this is the thing, isn't it? It's like,
so unless she just says nothing and she doesn't engage at all. Do you know what I mean? But then, even if she didn't do that, then she would be called, like, you had an opportunity to say something. Someone would find a clip. I thought you was here for immigrants. Do you know what I mean? They would. They absolutely would. When the thing came out with Fred, and then she was like saying about the daddy thing, then they're bringing up clips with her and
right. Let's go back to Nigel
about that. Do you know what I mean? No, but I'm just saying an example of when she, when, like, you can find clips for everything. That's what they do.
It's not on that. It's no, the point that I'm making is it's not about the caring that, you know, she shouldn't say it or she should. It's on her own life. That's where the shift happens. It's not on Nigel and his agenda, because they're going to do what they're going to do. They're going to vote for who they're going to vote for. But for her, putting herself in the fray, that's where it becomes dangerous. When you jump in with these white supremacists and you try and go ahead and get your point across, you have to be smarter with it, because it's her career on the line. It's her livelihood that is affected. So she has to play it smarter. That's all it is. It's like, yes, they are going to chink it however they're going to chink it. They're going to get their clips how they're going to get the clips. But you have to have your wherewithal that you don't come in too aggressive. You don't jump in. If you're going to enter into the ring with them, you have to have the tools. And she didn't. It was like, don't talk to him. Would have been better. Let Fred have his opinion. We don't always have to jump in and be a part of it. Most definitely.
And on that, I just don't think we all have to agree either. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel we have to agree to disagree on that one. But I feel like
I mean, we've seen it. It's like people are totally split on Nella. Like, just, I want her out, I want her in. And that is with black people as well. There are bare black people that are just like, no, I think she needs to come out now. Like, she ain't doing herself and us any favors. And it's like, I wouldn't go that far.
It's so harsh.
I just want her to grow there.
It's so harsh, man. It's just, I really, like, I don't know, I worry when she comes out. And I really hope I don't know. I just don't trust the producers. I don't trust them at all. Seriously. So I don't know what they're going to do with her. I don't know how this pans out. But it's, again, like, just how I found like Big Brother an uncomfortable watch. This is also becoming a really uncomfortable watch, because you're seeing in real time them tear this woman apart. Do you know what I mean? And it's heartbreaking. Yes, it's actually heartbreaking. So
yes, it is. It's day after day. That was my thing. She probably had loads of other conversations with other people, but they know what they're doing, and that's the fair ground that you enter into, because it is that. It's literally, it is an arena. It is like dancing with balls. It's how are they going to portray you? And she's kind of stepped into lots of booby traps that are there in reality TV. And it is heartbreaking watching people like literally tear her apart, because it's like, this girl is very talented and all she's doing is expressing, but it's like, fuck's sake, it's hard. It's not an easy one. And ITV is a minefield. And I just wish she had a little bit more training, a bit more media training, but she may have done. It's hard. She's hungry. You're tired. She hasn't played this game very well. Then I'd be remiss to go any other way. It's not been great.
Mate, so yeah. But overall, she was in better spirits. Generally, like later on in the camp, she was dancing and seemed fine. Do you know what I mean? She didn't eat that much. She still didn't eat that much.
I don't blame her though. That food looked gross.
It did look disgusting, and I'm glad she pointed that out as well, because it's just like, come on, she's not being unreasonable. It's just horrible food. No one's eating that. I'm not eating that.
That looked nasty. The rice. I mean, I don't like risotto anyway, so I don't know if that's what they were aiming for or if it was just like sticky rice. I'm not sure. I would struggle to eat anything that Fred has put in front of them at this moment in time. It all looks pretty gross to me. But yeah, I want her to eat something. She needs something. Like, it's hard out there. And for her not eating is, like Josie was saying, it's like she hasn't eaten even any fat. It's a bit scary. I don't want her to crash at all.
Yeah, no, I agree. Do you want to get some comments?
Okay, all right, there are so many. All right, I'm gonna go bottom up. So Adama says those guys do have these conversations professionally, day in, day out, having a debate in front of the nation. So of course it would be hard to go up against somebody like that, most definitely. Angela's Utopia says, I definitely feel that as she's not eating a lot, it's really affecting Nella. It's probably making her have less patience for nonsense. Earlier on, she says, I do wish Nella had let Danielle speak as well in that conversation, because I would like to hear what the blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl has to say to Nigel. I hope Danielle has her own conversation later. Shayla says, I am rooting for her. Alicia says, I personally find Nella to be annoying. Janet says, I understand both sides and you're both right. Dami says, I think the convo could be toned down, not necessarily shouting at each other. And Alicia says they purposely get blacks on these shows with low IQs and little political knowledge for entertainment.
Bro,
How is that at all?
What do you mean? This is what I'm saying anyway. But this is how people interpret what is being said. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, but I think she had points, and I wouldn't say Nella has a low IQ at all.
At all.
That wasn't presented in the argument at all.
And the thing is, I don't even know, like, little political knowledge doesn't equate either. You just don't like the way that she's saying what she's saying. That's what that is.
Princess Letitia says, I love Nella, but this is not the show for her. I think Zizi or India might have done better. India would be interested in her.
No, I prefer Zizi in there, actually.
Zizi would be great. Babita says, yep, Farage is defo playing it. And Dami says, Nigel is defo playing into the optics. Sistrin says, ITV are enjoying that Nella is being labelled the angry black woman. She didn't phrase her questioning to Farage well. If she had finessed what she had said, it would have landed better. That's basically, that's my point. But, you know, in the heat of the moment, this is how it goes. And Dami says, well, Fred tried to address Brexit with Nigel the other day, talking about how it affects his business, the custom fees. Monica Barnes says the producers want her out. That's why they keep showing Nella in a negative light. White Britons will get fed up of her. No,
they hate her. No, not blanket, but a lot of them are showing online that they really dislike her. Well, that's one thing about with Fred as well that I would say, yeah, because Fred, his fiance, turns out that is a black woman, right? Do you know what I mean? But his argument against Brexit was about what do you call it, business, and it's just like, you see, again, it's just like, it's still one step removed. So you can't even, do you know what I mean? You're not leading with people. You're leading with business. And it's just like, oh, mate, your fiance's black, bro. Come on. I think it's different.
I think it's all of it. But yes, I get it. Obviously, Fred is going to lead that way because that's probably how it's affected him. So you're talking on like the business point of it. I mean, that conversation didn't go anywhere though, because Nigel knows who he's sparring with. He knows he couldn't spar with Fred, so it didn't go anywhere. But he knows how to play this. Oh yeah. He's not stupid at all.
No. I mean, like, he can't spar with Fred. I think he can spar with Fred.
No. I think he knows that Fred would have very good points, and it's going to be more of an intellectual match than when he's arguing with Nella, who is going in on a personal issue that affects her. He knows how to play that. And politicians will do that all the time. They'll know.
But also, Fred is also an immigrant, is he not? He's not from UK.
Well, he's not an immigrant like that as a Frenchman. No, it's very... and he probably has, like, work status.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like the anyway. Okay, that's a whole longer conversation. But it's just like what Nigel's talking about, and his coded language is immigrants means brown people. That's what it is. When actually, in fact, Fred is an immigrant.
Yeah. But that exactly that is the thing of where he can then start talking in a different way to him, because it's not the same as your status and trying to get into a country and all of that comes along with it is very different. But we don't know. Maybe they will have another conversation, the two of them. But I would say so far, how he handled Fred and how that kind of ended quite easily, like he kind of just let him talk and carried on about his business. I think, he would play it like that with Fred. But with Nella, you can go in and you can spar because you know what the country is going to think of it. Definitely.
And also editing as well, because ITV are playing into this 100%. So we don't even know really and truly how long that conversation was and stuff.
Oh, with Fred.
With Fred, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, most definitely. Actually interesting. Eon says surprisingly amount of Black Brits voted for Brexit. I know it was actually surprising. And Asian people as well that voted for Brexit.
Because of things like this. Because of this man. Because of this man. That's my point. That's my point.
It's like the rhetoric of at that time of Brexit and how people are. I guess when you're like the last immigrant in, you do go into it has to stop with you. And I think a lot of Black people being in forums, they were like, no, we need Brexit because if we allow everybody else into coming from Romania and everywhere else, they will take all of the jobs that we were doing and then we're really at the bottom of the pile. That was how they kind of got a lot of Black and brown people to be like, we're gonna vote for Brexit as well. I understand how it makes sense because humans are selfish, but it's stupid because you're looking off for other people, and it doesn't actually make sense. It's not about immigration, but that's how they get people into the trap.
Yeah.
There was a lot of Black people, definitely. He weren't wrong. There are a lot of Black people that don't like him, but there are a lot of Black people that supported UKIP and everything else, and that's a madness.
No, I think he's inflating his numbers.
Of course they did. Remember they were saying the borders were going to be rushed.
Yeah, exactly. He's crazy. Anyway, let him go and fly a banner in a plane again.
Exactly. Who said it? I said somebody was saying like God has tried to kill him twice.
Yeah.
Surviving. Flip sake.
He keeps surviving, bruv. What is wrong with him? That's how I know. It's the worst. That was basically kind of like the end of the episode. I don't know where this is going. Do you know what I mean? Like apparently the next challenge, they all have to do the challenge. Yeah. Let's see how that goes down. I'm not too sure because I don't watch this show. I really don't know what next.
Yes.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
We're like riding the roller coaster along with this because I want the heat to come off Nella.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just like, can we just have a couple of days where she isn't the star so that we can reconfigure and the algorithm can change and we don't have to keep on defending the Nella hate train?
Because also as well, yeah, sorry to cut you there, but like they didn't talk about, or people online are not focusing on the nice things that she's doing, how supportive she's being, do you know what I mean? How she's a vibe, all of these kind of things. She was so supportive to Jamie Lynn when she had when that girl was freaking acting. She was so supportive.
Negativity always sells though, innit? And that's why like even Grace was saying it. You see, when Nigel was talking about the time, like, you know, the 25%, and she was like, you know how I'm just head down, I can bob along, stay in that is the strategy to at least get halfway. You can't be unless you're running it like Sam is doing really well, he's getting airtime because he's super positive. That's it. It's like head down, super positive. You can't get into conflicts with people. It's a shame. I'm hoping we move away from Nella. As somebody just said, like I haven't seen the show, but Nella keeps trending.
Yeah, because people love to, and then also as well, let's not pretend like her weight doesn't have something to do with it as well. Do you know what I mean? Because the fat phobic comments are insane,
crazy,
insane. Like
so much.
I don't know why this country always pretends like it's so progressive and so inclusive when it's not. It's not at all. They hate fat people so much. It's crazy.
I mean, such a shame, man. It's such a shame. I just hope she's cool, and I hope there's enough time for people to really see more of her fun side. That's all I'm hoping for. Or she comes out. I've gone to what you were saying yesterday. I'm like, flip sake, maybe she needs to come out as soon as possible.
I don't, do you know what? Just to protect her mental health or something like because imagine being in the camp here with the leader ex-leader of a party that wanted you out of the country, doesn't want you to exist in this country. Do you know how that must mess with your mental?
Yeah.
And this is the thing. And also as well, what we can't say with the whole Fred thing, I know that's like a lot of very contentious for people and stuff. What we can't tell through a TV screen is a vibe, you know? You don't know, like, if she's picking up something else, like, you just don't know. Do you know what I mean? So I want to give her great editing and like, I don't know. I want to give her a bit more grace.
How she's dealing with the pair of them, actually, because they seem to, you know, he's not troubling her, she's not troubling him, they're not bitching about each other, and it's not turned into a topic of conversation that they are showing us that anybody is like, Nella should talk to Fred. So I'm glad. I hope that doesn't surface. Now that I've said it, I hope we don't get back there. But yeah, I just want the heat off her. Most definitely. I am like, please just allow her. I'm liking this new challenge. Hopefully she's with a good set of people and we get fun time Nella for the next couple of days.
Yeah. I hope they allow that.
Yeah.
To happen. Seriously.
Life of Bodge says Carol from Leeds don't care about the nice stuff. All she knows is that she wants that lad math off her TV.
Yeah, but when you've got like that, when you've got Olivia in Big Brother, are people saying that? When you've got freaking Gemma Collins, yeah, do you know what I mean? Are people say when you got freaking what's that? The Morfit one? I can't remember her name. The one from Thingy. There's too many of them. Do you know what I mean?
Somebody's asking about Nigel Farage. So I'm not even going to read out the comment, but it just made me laugh. Angela's Utopia says Nella did begin her conversation by saying that he seems like a nice guy, but
yeah, they always seem like a nice guy.
And they are.
They always do.
You know, everybody that's duplicitous is nice to somebody. There's somebody loves them. Babita says Sam is loud. Yeah, Sam is a bit loud.
Yeah, he is loud. Yeah. That must get jarring after a while. But there's just too many. There's too many distractions for that to be a problem right now.
Yes, and you know, opposing like Sam's just being good vibes type of thing, and Nella's being good vibes. Just got to stay away from it, I guess. Life of Bodge says, you say this, Sade, but last season, the black woman on there was dancing and giving redemption to a man responsible for hundreds of thousands of COVID deaths. N-word, don't care about racism.
Who was that?
I mean,
I didn't watch. I have no idea about that.
I watched a few episodes and yeah, she did. She did. Again, I was like, stay away from Matt Hancock, and they know they will be nice to you. You're living. I think he basically
that doesn't sound
like a big friend with her, absolutely. And then she let her guard down, and then before you know it, she was teaching him some dance routine. I was like, flip's sake, and that trended because they know what they're doing. They always trap us.
You've got to be able to like you got to have you have to be very strong in your beliefs, because the thing is, like, I don't know, like, I'm not what's the word, and I'm not, and I know people that are not, that can't fake. Just because we're on a TV show doesn't mean I'm going to like you or I'm going to interact with you. Do you know what I mean? Straight off the bat, because of what you stand for. Like, I don't always necessarily believe like, oh, you have to give someone a chance. No, if you're on the wrong side of politics, from my point of view, me, not everybody else, I'm not saying other people should do this, but for me, like, nah, I can't necessarily do that. Do you know what I mean? By a given. But like, I think in this world, you're almost sort of like, oh no, just take it at face value. Just thinking the person, and they don't understand that you're being used as a tool to be part of this whole freaking game. Do you know what I mean?
She definitely did. She got used like that, most definitely. Babatunde, he played it really well. He kept it very chill whenever Matt was around, and he just made jokes about him and what he did with his now girlfriend, but then mistress. He kept it on that. He was like, we can banter with each other, but it's always going to be at your expense. I'm not going to give you that humanity. And yeah, I get it. It's like we're socialized to be very pleasant to white people, though. That is it. Like, we're socialized to not make them feel uncomfortable.
Do you know what I mean? That's it.
Where Charlene was with it. It was like, this is life, but that's how they use you.
And also her position, right? Mm-hmm. Because she can't necessarily go to him because of what she does.
Yeah. She's a journalist. Yeah, you kind of got to be impartial. I just, in her position, I would have avoided him like the plague. Be civil, but me and you don't ever need to have like one-on-one chats. Never.
What are your thoughts on Marvin? Not a lot, to be honest, at the moment. I haven't seen much, like, apart from his abs. And he can't make up a track.
He's pleasant in it. It's like my thoughts on him are the same as it's always been. He's just playing Mr. Nice Guy. And I don't ever believe people like that. I know you got to have edges to you, and I want to see that. I want to see him, but everything is too pleasant at this moment in time. I'm not even getting fun vibes from him. I don't know, but he's not engaged.
He's giving dad vibe, like dad, like chill dad vibes. That's what he's giving.
Babita says, "Is it me, or does Marvin remind you of Izzy from Love Is Blind?"
I know what you mean. His face.
He does facially, for real, you know. Yeah.
Yes, Babita.
Yeah, he does actually. Definitely. I don't know.
Oh, mate.
Were you not impressed by his Jamaican Caribbean accent?
Absolutely not.
That was probably the most entertaining thing he's done.
But it was so. I can't lie. Okay, let me not even be too judgy, because me and my Nigerian accent is not even that great either. So it's probably about the same ratio, to be honest, because he's just very British. He's very British, but then I'm very British as well. So like,
I want to see more from him. I do want him to. I want to see more from him. I would really like for him and Nella to interact a bit more. I think they may be fun. It could be like that kind of big bro energy. I want to see more. Definitely. I want to support him, but at this moment in time, I'm not getting anything other than dry.
Guys, and lower your expectations.
Reduce it.
Reduce it all the way down, mate. Because I don't know. If it would be nice, but I don't think so. I just don't think we're gonna get that from him. Like, he's playing it safe. Like, he's self-preservation. Do you know what I mean? As Life of Bodge said, yes, he's collecting his check for him and his family. Get back to his family. Yeah,
he's got 3 kids, got a wife, a big yard, and I don't blame him.
Nah, at all. I think you can expect Marvin to interact more with Danielle than Lena. Yeah, I agree, Angela. Yeah, I agree. I want to see more from Danielle, but I feel like I quite like her.
Yeah.
I do.
I
quite like her. Yeah.
I like her and Sam and Josie.
Yeah, I like Sam.
I'm not sure about Grace. I don't know. It could literally just be her face, but there's something stern, hard, witchy that I get from her.
She's got a very strong chin.
Not sure about her, man. Yeah.
I don't know. I think Grace, I can't lie, and I don't have a good enough reason, but let's see, because sometimes I just have a feeling about these things. But like with her and Nella, when having that conversation, I just felt there was some blankness with Grace. Like, I mean, like, I feel like she was trying, but I don't think she ever imagined herself in that position. I don't even know how to say it, that kind of thing.
I literally know what you're saying.
This feels awkward.
Yes. I know what you're saying. Yeah, that's why I'm not sure about her. Like,
I'm not.
That moment with Nella, personally, I would have loved if I was directing the piece. I would have loved that she was sitting there and was talking with Josie. I think we would have just got more out of it. It would have been warmer. But, you know, it's whoever you're sitting next to and you have those moments with. But I don't know about Grace. I've just not taken to her. And maybe I just need to see her more.
Yeah. I don't know.
Lisa says, I have no thoughts of Grace. She gives racist to me. Woo! The harshest like scale. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
I don't know about the thing is, the thing, I'm not saying this is who she is, but if she voted Brexit and didn't tell anyone, I'd think that she's that kind of person. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying that she might be vehemently against that. I don't know. I really don't know at the moment. But it's just like, yeah. I don't know if she's one of those people, probably don't rock the boat too much. Let's not talk about politics too much. Like, let's all keep our private thoughts to ourselves. Like, and just get on and get through. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she was the one when Fred first brought it up. She was the one that bopped away and was like, "Oh yes, do the dishes." That chick. That is it. They are closeted with their views. They're never going to share it. And I would prefer you are a Farage over that. Those people that kind of have you close and you're thinking, oh no, there's nothing wrong with them, but they are ready to stab you in the back. And they will conform and keep everything so that they are superior to you. I'm always scared of those folks.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Grace. I don't know if she's an ally. I don't know. She's not giving ally.
No, she's not at all.
She's not giving ally. She might be, but I'm not seeing the vibes. Whereas Danielle is kind of giving ally, but I don't know. I still need to see more before I can confirm her in that space.
Okay. No, I'm putting Danielle as ally and the same as Josie and Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going on a limb for that.
Sam, because he done Love Island and he's with India, like, do you know what I mean? They're doing the podcast together. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like Sam gets it. He's not going to rock the boat too much, but he gets it. He gets it. Like,
yeah. Grace equals Facebook mum, most definitely. Hit the nail on the head.
Hilarious.
Yakov the Slayer says Nella is ignorant and hopefully she goes by ! I don't know what that means. And Nigel will either come second or win. Nigel ain't really winning.
And Nella's not ignorant
at all. No.
Yeah.
Yakov.
But thanks for your comment, I guess.
Yeah. I don't think Nigel's gonna last very long. Realistically, he'll be around for a while, but he's not winning it. He's gonna have to pull. I mean, the dude's been doing deals with the devil, but I don't know how he can win this one.
No, I don't know either. Okay, so we're trying to increase our roster at the moment. So watched Love Island Australia, 1 episode. I can't remember what episode, maybe 2 or 3, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the beginning.
So on ITVX, the app, that's where it is at the moment. So I think on Australia it's further or America it's further. You know what I mean? But that's where it is. I think like 4 or 5 episodes or something. But I thought I was watching the last one, but I didn't. Do you know what I mean? So it's interesting. I can't hide my facial expressions. But it's interesting. There's a girl called Lucinda who was in one of the Love Islands in the UK who's in there, who's come in, I think, as a bit of a bombshell. There's also a British guy called Ollie that's in there as well. But as the stories go, Nana, I'm going to wait for you to catch up.
I will try. I've Australian, so I'm going to struggle.
The thing is, okay,
go.
Okay, so Lucinda is with a guy called Nate. Nate looks black adjacent, maybe mixed or something like that. Don't know. But she's with him at the moment. But there's this guy called Zach, like typical Australian white guy, butch kind of thing, who likes her, and he hates Nate so much. It's like he hates
it. I'm gonna watch it, but that's gonna piss me off.
But he said a line like, Lucinda's 100% my type, and girls I know that are like that don't date Nates. What? I was just like, what? What?
All right.
What?
This is gonna
I don't know what's going on down under, but
well, we do know what's going on down under. Aborigines ain't got rights.
It's true. Actually, I can't even say it's down under because they're actually in Spain. So I think they're in the UK villa.
Oh, that same villa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just like it's so weird. There was like they have this new thing called the waiting room. So like 2 people didn't get recoupled. Nakia and Trent, they didn't get recoupled and they were in this waiting room. So they stay in the villa. They don't get dumped per se. And they have to stay together and then they come back into the villa in the morning.
Okay.
So that was new. That was different. But why they didn't know where they was. So the guy Trent who had to go into this waiting room, they then sorry, I should back up. There was a bombshell that came in, a guy. He then stole Trent's girl, this girl called Tia, and then Trent had to go in the waiting room. So that evening, they played spin the bottle. They played spin the ball with Trent's bottle.
Never goes down well when they're playing spin the bottle. Okay.
And then she kissed this new guy. Now she's kind of like not feeling Trent as much. But so yeah, it was
in the waiting room. Can you see what's going on in the villa? Okay. They need to be skullduggery with it, man. You got to watch.
Yeah. Well, they're kind of like filming stuff, right? And that kind of thing. So I think because they're coming back, I think Zach is going to show Trent. That hasn't happened yet, but I think so. But Trent and Zach, I don't know about those 2 guys. Like, do you know what I mean? They seem like really like, what do you call them? Not chuckleheads, like jarhead. Like serious. They're like, huh?
Knuckleheads.
That's it. Chuckleheads.
Warren says Bella is just a bigot.
Ooh, do you know who Bella is? Bella? I don't think I saw a Bella.
Okay, so if I will just watch what's on ITVX then.
Yeah, I think like if we start there and just see, but like it's just like so they've just had a recoupling, they're kind of settling in. 2 bombshells, as far as I know, have come in, and I think there's a recoupling coming up soon. But the way they're switching out partners is so fast. It's crazy. Yeah, it's so freaking fast. Moving
quick. Okay,
and there was the Trent was in the waiting room with this girl, Nakia. I think it's Nakia. And she was trying to move to him, but he's not having it. And he's just done a 360, 180 and just gone to someone else. Like, so now he's gone to another girl. Like, and I don't know she knows yet. So both of her number ones have gone to someone else. Like, yeah. So it's a bit weird. I don't know what's going on. And like when he saw, Zach, the guy that I think he's got issues, borderline racism coming out, like he's got definitely microaggressions towards Nate, the black guy. When he saw him kiss Lucinda, he was like, that's disgusting.
Because she kissing brown lips.
I was just like, disgusting is an interesting choice of words.
God, I'm going to struggle with this one.
Then he also said, because he told some lies to Lucinda, I'm just really paraphrasing for it, but like he told some lies to Lucinda, and he said at one point to a group of people, I'm the master and I've been playing chess while Nate has been playing checkers. Okay. Again, interesting choice of words.
All right.
I like it.
Oh God.
I like it.
Love Island, Australia. Okay.
Yeah. So
let's give it a go. Give it a go.
But there's no dark-skinned people in there.
Oh, of course not.
Like not one. And also the voiceover is different. It's some Irish guy. Like it's not Ian Sterling. It's someone else. Yeah, it's someone else. Okay. And that threw me. I was just like, what's going on? In the alternate universe? What's happened?
What am I watching? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
All right, cool. And then Real Housewives of Potomac.
Haven't started. I need to get on that.
I will jump on that.
Yeah.
I did see a few people talking about it, and it does seem like it started off really good. So
yeah. But are we going to be able to? Sorry. Go on. What did you say?
That's more our vibe, anyway.
Yeah. I think Adama. Do you want to get that last comment?
Adama says, I'm still debating whether it's worth watching Love Island Australia because I always find them hard to watch because it's dry and really white for me. That literally is my reservations on it. I'm going to give it a go, but I don't know if it's gonna hold me.
It is very white. There are like I don't know where they're from, but there are like at least 3 or maybe 4 non-white people in there. But I don't know where they're from. I don't know where they're from. Maybe mixed, maybe. I think Tia's
got quite a big Greek community as well.
I think that's Savannah, but I don't think I would class her as white. Okay. She looks kind of like that Mediterranean kind of look. Okay. But there's still like maybe South Pacific, maybe mixed Aboriginal. I don't know. Like I think, but I'm not sure completely.
Let's see.
Like,
let's try it.
We're gonna try. But it's a big commitment because I was like, oh, this is long. When I was watching it, I was just like, oh shit, I forgot how long it was. I'm serious. It's long.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see how we get on. Potomac is actually I think it is an all-black cast from the last time when I watched it. So
oh yeah. No, it is. Yeah.
We gotta find isn't it? We got to find the rhythm of it because I think it is like weekly when it comes out and all of that.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen it.
Probably but I haven't seen the cast yet. Yeah, when we see we can take a stab at where they're probably from.
Yeah, it's all interesting. It's different. Seeing it different. It's pretty interesting. But yeah. Okay, guys, I think that's a wrap for today. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow at 12-ish. Of course, as always, make sure you put that like button. We need to get as many likes as possible. Also, make sure you subscribe. Subscribe to Your Auntie's Good Never, Nana Evans.com, Charlotte Salami. And yeah, if you're watching this later, comment, get involved in the conversation as always. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you. I'm expecting loads of comments on this video. I've got quite a few. So get in the conversation. Don't misquote us because that really gets on my nerves. When
serious? Are people misquoting us?
When they be like, you two say, and it's like we very rarely agree on stuff. So
yeah.
One or the other. Like,
okay, cool.
Make sure our names are there. Like,
yeah,
because I will jump down your throat if I see it. Okay.
I mean, yeah, I can't lie. If you're coming with hate, mate, seriously, if I've got time, I'll cuss you out.
So you know what happens in our comment section.
Yeah, it ain't a free for all. No. It ain't a free for all at all. No one's punching back. See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.